Hey guys, Ethan Studios here, and welcome on into this completely unscripted look at every LEGO Ninjago minifigure ever. Yes, you heard me right. This video is going to be taking a look at every LEGO Ninjago minifigure made, from all the way back in 2011 until now, in April of 2023. Now, just a disclaimer before we get into this, Brickset states that there are 722 different Ninjago minifigs. However, that is just not true. If you take a look at this Kai right here, Brickset may refer to this as one Kai here, but again, there could be a promo or polybag where he has a different head wrap, perhaps one from one of the later seasons, and they refer to that as a new minifig. So according to some very, very rough math I did, there are about 150 to 200 of these really weird minifigs that just count as new minifigs, even though they are most definitely not. So here before you today, we have around 450 to 500 minifigures that we're going to be taking a look at. So sit back and relax as we delve into this. And we're going to be dividing this video into 3 different sections. So right here, we have seasons 1 through all the way to 6 at the back here. And then we move over to this faceplate, and we have Day of the Departed all the way back to season 12, Prime Empire. And then over here, we have stuff from the very most recent era of Ninjago, starting with Master of the Mountain, and then concluding back there with Crystallized, and then the most recent core wave with the Bone Warriors. So I'm going to get these 2 base plates off the table here, and we're going to delve right in to the 2011 minifigs that started it all. Alright, so starting all the way back in 2011, we had the Ninjago pilot episodes. We had 2 episodes released and an entire wave of sets to go along with them. So right here, we have the 4 original Ninja minifigs. We got Kai, Jay, Zane, and Cole. Cole here actually does not have the right face when I bought this minifig. The seller gave him a Zane face, and I just have not gotten around to fixing it, so please bear with me on that issue there. But again, these are the pilot suits, at least the first wave of them. We did get some other pilot suits over here with the DX Ninja. Now, these were used for when they rode their dragons. On the back of the torso, it does actually say their name. So we got Kai there. And there is some reflective gold printing on these that kind of shines and shimmers under the light there. So that is something I really did like about these. And these actually had, along with the original pilot suits over here, these actually had the old ninja masks that I believe were introduced back in the late 90s with the Lego Ninja theme. And then we would not see an entirely dedicated ninja theme until we got Ninjago in 2011. But going back here, of course, we took a look at these real quick. We have Nia right here, who again would not be a ninja until all the way over here in Possession, Season 5 in 2015, but we will get there eventually. Nia here has a very nice kimono, and on the back, just her very upset face that we would see a return with in Samurai X, but this is the only time we got a face with a ninja mask wrap printed onto her face, just covering up her mouth. So I find that very interesting, and I do wish it was something we got again. Sensei Wu here is pretty generic. Honestly, this might be my least favorite Wu. We did see many versions in the future that looked very, very similar, if not almost the same. I know there were some hat changeouts, but again, those are not going to count in this video. Moving over here, we got Sensei Wu in his darker kimono, which this one is absolutely beautiful. I love the look of this minifig, and this would actually return all the way in the Legacy line in 2019. So 8 years after this original minifig came out, we got an updated version of him, which I was very glad to see and get that instead of this one here, which again, these 2 look very nice. It's kind of like yin and yang, the black and the white, the darkness of evil and the lighter color of good. pretty cool minifigs here, but obviously this one's a lot better. And then this is the first time we got the mastermind of evil himself, Lord Garmadon. And he is using this absolutely incredible samurai helmet from, again, the late 90s ninja theme. Really wish I had some of those ninja minifigs to compare to these. But yeah, this is a pretty generic Lord Garmadon. He doesn't even have 4 arms yet. We will get to that in the 2012 line of sets. But again, not even leg printing, which is quite unfortunate. But again, this is the original baddie. Wow, there's not even printing on the back of the torso. Oh wow, the forearm did not even have that. Just wanted to look there. So interesting. Again, even the original Ninja here did not have back printing. This was a pretty simplistic wave of minifigs. And if we move back over here, we'll get these guys out of the way, and we will take a look at Lord Garmadon's villain faction. He has the evil skeletons here. So starting off on the right, we have the big man himself, Samukai. And this guy, I believe, is the most valuable Ninjago minifigure at the time of recording this video. Of course, you can correct me down in the comments below. There are mistakes that are going to be made when I'm looking at over 500 different minifigs. But this guy is absolutely phenomenal. I did get him for the first time last year when I bought one of my dream sets, Garmadon's Dark Fortress, so it's so incredibly nice to have this guy. If you're wondering how this works, be very careful here. I'm going to take off this top piece. There we go. So it is one of the normal skeleton bodies, and then this just completely huge and detailed mold that clips right on, and then this head here does just come right off like that. So this, if you remove the arms as well, it's just a singular mold. So despite the simplicity of the minifigs in this wave, Samukai really had just next level molding and detail, which is why I think he's worth so much. And also he did appear later on in the show and never got an updated minifig. But again, another of the many issues that Dan the Departed had. This is going to be really embarrassing as a huge Ninjago fan, but I might mess up the names of these guys here. This is Knuckle, Whiplash, and Cruncha. I think I got that right. I really hope I did. It's been so long since I went back and watched the pilots. We got these skeletons here. I'm not going to remember their names. I want to say this is Crazy, Boneseye, Frackjaw, and I don't remember this guy's name. I'm sure you'll all give me some angry comments just saying, how dare you not know the name of every minifig? And you know what? That is completely valid because I am the biggest Ninjago fan I know. I should know better than this. But don't worry, I'm gonna be, making a lot of mistakes in this video that you can go ahead and laugh at me down in the comments for. But anyways, just moving those guys off to the side, we move on to 2012, just setting a base plate off to the side of the video there to make room for the minifigs on the side. But yeah, these are the ZX suits, and these are honestly some of my favorites. They are simplistic, but again, we finally got some back printing. A new ninja head wrap here, which looks absolutely phenomenal. Love that. And then this new armor piece. So Ninjago really went all out. They saw the success of the first wave, and they said, hey, let's up the ante. Let's give them a new armor piece, and let's stop reusing that old ninja head mold, or mask mold, and give them something new. So I do really appreciate that. Jay's here has what's supposed to be a silver arm, but it is that light bluish gray. Again, not a big deal. LEGO has really left their chrome, gold, and silver painting details on the minifigs in the past because it did rub off. This is, I believe, the singular Zane human minifig that we'd have for quite a while, because actually I just made a huge mistake there. I'm looking over here and Zane humans. So again, this is completely unscripted, so I'm going to be making mistakes. So I apologize for that, but Zane did go full robot in Season 4 after he died fighting the Overlord. So, yeah, lots more Zane human minifigs to come. I apologize for that mistake. Cole's here is my least favorite by far. Just don't really like this one. I think, I don't know. I don't like this armor printing on the side. I think it just looks really bland and out of place. But if we move back over here, We're going to say goodbye to all these skeletons as we move on. Keep things going. We would get the Mystery Samurai X. Who was it? They were hyping it up in the show, only to spoil it with the minifig released in the sets. It was Nia. Never a question. So I do think this is kind of lame, spoiling who it is, because it was something they really built up big in the show. And again, just something that really disappointed me. She does have this nice suit underneath, which is actually a lot different than her first kimono we got. And they did give her a new face print on the back, an angry one. And I don't really think this looks much like Nia. Obviously, she is missing the makeup that she had on the first one. So not the biggest fan of this face, although it was very nice to get an angry minifig face. And this right here is an old samurai slash ninja armor breastplate piece. So really interesting that they continue to use those old ninja pieces. Yeah, right here we have one of the better Sensei Wu minifigs. Absolutely adore this guy. Got some sweet dragon back printing. Love that. And then this is our first Lloyd Garmadon minifig. That's right, the Green Ninja himself, although we didn't know at the time. Love that nice foreshadowing at the Green 5, showing that he would be the 5th ninja of the team. He's got this really nice scared face on the back. I think works great, and it's something they did ditch very quickly. We will get to that, though. But yeah, this very classic Lloyd face that did not stay around for long. And this is him kind of embracing his evil roots. Again, later on in the season, we would see him fight back and become the prophesied Green Ninja. This is such a beautiful minifigure. I believe it really has gone up in value because it was only included in the big four-headed dragon, the Ultra Dragon. There we go. It took me a sec to remember that. And then he did come in a very rare spinner. So again, getting your hands on a classic ZX Green Ninja minifigure can be pretty difficult these days. Moving on, we have some pretty lame suits here. These are the Kendo Ninja. And again, using that very classic samurai armor piece with what I believe is a new helmet mold. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. And then, what? What is that? Reusing suits? Come on, LEGO. Really? Again, these guys were kind of a disappointment back in the day, and weird suits like these would appear in the future again. Most notably, I'm thinking of Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, where we, again, had the same suits, but they just changed the helmet piece slash mask piece and all those. So this isn't the only time we see really weird variants, but again, these count as new minifigures because of this new helmet mold here. Moving on, we have some of my favorite Ninjago minifigs all time. Get those ZX out of the way. We have the NRG Ninja, and my goodness, do these still hold up beautifully. You can see him kind of glimmer a little bit under the light. Not sure what's on my finger there. Just some dust on the table. But again, this is so beautiful. I love the integration of pink here for Cole, something we would not see very often. Get this beautiful baby blue for Zane. Again, they all have wonderful face prints underneath. And again, this kind of shimmering detail is something that Ninjago has really strayed away from, which I find to be quite unfortunate. We have the ultra rare NRG-J here. This minifig shot up in value because of how rare the set he was in was back on the market in 2012. So I believe I paid $40 or $50 just for this guy here alone. I believe he goes for a lot more like 60 or 70, so I got a good deal. Nice to have that rare minifig in my collection. And then NRG Kai. Again, just another phenomenal minifig. Something else I'd like to point out is the printing on the mask there. Just looks absolutely beautiful. And again, just another fantastic Kai face. I love these NRG Ninja, and I wish we got maybe a legacy version of them. Something with LEGO's updated printing to kind of just give them full detail, because as detailed as they are a little simplistic. There's not a ton going on in these torsos and legs. But again, these are great. And now we move on to some of more of my favorite minifigs. I'm going to clear all these guys here. And again, I appreciate you all sticking with me as I make a verbal mistake now and then. This is completely unscripted. I haven't cut for 12 minutes here. So something a little abnormal for this channel. But anyways, we have the 5 Snake Generals here. And oh Man, do I love these minifigs. They were hard to get back in the day, and they still are now. I believe Acidicus here is the most expensive, and he is in the top 5 most expensive Ninjago minifigs. So very thankful to own him as well. I don't want to mess up the name. Fangtum. This guy here is Fangdam, I'm pretty sure, but this is Fangtum, the general. So thankful because I bought him earlier this year, and to get such a great quality print, because this is a very rare minifig, and a lot of the ones I was looking at had printing rubbed off on the back. Same with this guy here. Printing looks great when I bought him. Paid really a lot for these guys to have them all in my collection, but again, it's worth it. Pythor over here only came in the Ultra Stealth Raider, which I never got. Never got the set with scales. The only set I own was the Ultra Dragon to get these 2 Snake Generals, and then had to buy the rest of these guys, but so thankful to have them in my collection. And then we have one of the more diverse Ninjago villain armies here. We had the Serpentine. So we've got all of the Fangpyre here. We have the Venomari. Love these guys so much. And this one here is interesting because he has this unique head mold that we would see over here with Mesmo, who is actually another rare minifig. This guy was over 20 bucks for just a generic Ninjago snake, which was really surprising to me. But yeah, love these guys. We'll go ahead and move some of them out of the way. We got my boy Snike here. I want to say this is Chop Suey. I really hope I'm getting these names right, or else I'm going to sound like an absolute fool. And then we got the Constricti, and we have the Chad, the Goat, the legend himself, Chokin. This guy just wanted a giant ham sandwich, and he never got it. Can I get some justice for Chokin comments down in the comments section below for the one of you that is still here? Maybe this guy was Snake and not that other Fangpyre. Whatever. This is Baitar. We got the Hypnobrai. This is Scales before he became a general. Yeah, this is Scales. I have not looked at these earlier Ninjago figs in a hot minute. But yeah, we're going to move all these guys off to the side. I'm sorry, Serpentine Generals. You were beautiful, but we already took a look at you. And the last Rise of the Snakes minifig we have to look at is the man himself. He's already back, Lord Garmadon. And this time, he's got 4 arms. And this is something that would really continue forever in Ninjago. The amount of 4-armed characters we've gotten is kind of ludicrous at this point. But hey, look how sweet that looks. You can see Kozu with the 4 arms just chilling in the background. You got Nauticon back there. And again, this is something that's going to keep happening. It's kind of just a staple of Ninjago at this point, just like the snakes are. But he did get this new helmet here, which Samurai X was wearing as well. So replaced the older one, if I can just grab it off to the side here. There we go. It's different. Honestly, I really like that older helmet more. Seems a little more imposing and menacing, but this newer helmet would go on to make a lot of great Ninjago minifigs, so I understand its inclusion. But yeah, those are the earliest eras of Ninjago, although I wouldn't consider it a new era until we get on to Rebooted in the back here. So let's keep going, and we're going to make our way through the final battle. These here are the Elemental Kimonos. These were featured in Ninjago Season 2, what was supposed to be the end of the show, but LEGO did not realize how much of an impact this theme would have, and it's been running ever since. 11 years strong. But anyway, sorry, 12 years strong. It's 2023. Man, I cannot believe that. But these are absolutely beautiful. Some of them came with armor, some of them didn't, so I decided to just take off all the armor. They do look better with the armor, in my opinion, but again, they didn't all come with it, so didn't want to have them look weird, if that makes sense. Love this detail on the back. Again, you get that glistening, shimmering in the light there with the gold. And you do get that on Zane as well. And then Cole and Jay have the silver shimmer, which is nice. And then we have the green ninja himself, prophesied to save the land. And this is the last time we see this young Lloyd face, because it's going to go away with Rebooted. And the golden savior himself. Lloyd is the green ninja. Always thought this face here was incredibly weird. It looks absolutely nothing like Lloyd, but you know, whatever. It's a gold face. It's cool, right? You know, we appreciate that. Something interesting, I did post something about this back on Instagram, but there are two different versions of this here. This is more of Lego's shiny gold before they moved on to more of a pearl gold. So I actually have both variants of this golden ninja. There is a shiny gold here and a pearl gold. So something interesting, the pearl gold is lost in the depths of one of my minifig drawers. So I don't think they have the same printing, just different colors. So I'm not going to count them as separate minifigs, at least at the moment. I don't know if Brickset does, but that's just my logic and reasoning behind it. And then over here, we have the villains for the season. We got General Kozu here. Absolutely love this guy. Take his helmet off, you get a pretty angry face here. And the man himself, Kozu, leads this army of stone warriors off to the side. So you got one of the more samurai-looking stone warriors here, and then these ones with the bamboo hats. This guy here was an archer. He had midget legs, or the short Lego legs. And then these guys here, I actually really like. They have different colored face printing. So you got yellow, you got red, and you got blue. And then they do have different torsos too. So Lego kind of put more effort into these stone warriors than I think most of us really realized or even appreciated them for. But yeah, that is going to be Era 1 of Ninjago, 2011 through 2013, with Pilots, Rise of the Snakes, and the final battle. Of course, a quick footnote I would like to throw in is Lego did have another four-armed Garmadon in this wave with a mask attachment to this helmet that made him look like the possessed version of the Overlord. I don't count that as a new minifig. Maybe I'm breaking my own rules. Maybe it's because I don't own him and I don't want to buy him after buying literally every other figure ever for Ninjago. But yeah, just wanted to throw that in there. We did not get an official Overlord minifig for this wave, but we did for the next one. So let's get right into Rebooted. All right, so welcome on into Rebooted. This is when Ninjago really took a turn for the interesting because things were planned to end, and then they just brought the show back. This was pretty abrupt, pretty quick, but they threw something together that I really enjoy. I do think these suits here are some of the weaker Ninjago suits just because of their lack of leg printing. I think that's a really odd choice. When even the first wave of the suits had leg printing, these guys just didn't. I don't know if it was the whole kind of rush to throw together a new season and line of sets. But again, it's something that I thought was interesting and something that becomes rather annoying looking back. But again, this was the first time we were getting all of these ninjas' hair, and it introduces this new side mask here, which again would be used a lot in the future. Ninjago does like to do that with their mask pieces. So I remember being a kid here and getting these minifigs and being like, wow, I finally have Kai's hairpiece. Let me take this Kai and finally put a hairpiece on him. Because as a kid, again, Kai did not have a hairpiece, and Jay's was pretty easy to get. Cole's was decently easy to get, and Zayden's was hard to get. If he even had it at the time, I don't remember. But again, I just throw random hairpieces on the ninja as a kid, and to finally get their hairpieces was just amazing. It was a dream come true. So that is one thing I will always appreciate Rebooted for. Another thing is just how long they took to get the episodes out. I remember there being like a 4 to 6 months waiting period between the last two episodes after they were stuck in space. But again, that's kind of besides the point. We're here to look at the minifigs. We got Evil Woo here. Very cool idea. Don't like that gap there. And that is something that they fixed with a Zane minifigure at the very back of this stand. We will see him pretty soon. But again, Tech Woo is what he's officially called. We got the Overlord himself, a very rare and valuable Ninjago minifig these days that most collectors of Ninjago, let's be real, want their hands on him, you know? He's got that really, really creepy looking face under there, just phenomenal detailing. And this was before they introduced that new skirt piece, so this is just a Lego brick with some printing. Something interesting to note. Love this new armor piece too. Just so nice back in the day to get an Overlord minifig. We got Cyrus Borg here. Great character. Can we please get a casual version of him before he turned evil? If you take his hairpiece off, you do have that casual face. But again, no casual torso. And no casual hairpiece. So Lego, please give us a new Cyrus Borg. Love this new hairpiece here that integrates the tech of the Ninjroids. General Cryptor, very classic Ninjago minifig, just spouts out a lot of goofy lines. You know, he's a great adversary to Zane and Nia in this season. Mindroid, another classic Ninjago minifig. We're going to move all these guys out of the way here, continue looking at these rebooted figs. More just generic Ninjroids here. You know these if you've seen them. We got the brown ninja Dareth here. So nice to finally get him. Again, Rebooted did so much good for the Ninjago minifigs, just giving us stuff we had always wanted. So Dareth, he came in a polybag. Very, very nice. And then we got Sensei Garmadon here. Is this the right Sensei Garmadon? This looks... Yeah, this is not... Okay, yeah, I switched these up here. That was Tournament Elements. This is the rebooted Sensei Garmadon. Very nice to get Lloyd's father and have him as a part of the season. I'm going to skip him for just a sec. We got Pixel. Bought this one recently. Never had her in my collection. This is a rare minifig as well. But again, you see that lack of leg printing there, which, Garmadon's really the only one that, at least for the heroes, that did get leg printing. But again, very nice to get Pixel. She would be appearing later on in Ninjago. And then we've got a Damaged Zane here. I'm trying to remember what set this guy came in. But again, that gap there, which looks just so bad. It's not a big deal if you have the hairpiece, but you can kind of see down there. You move him off to the side. And the one I skipped, DX Lloyd. So we finally have the DX collection completed, except for Nia, which DX Lloyd is not canon. So I'd really love a DX Nia, even though she's not canon too. We got this brand new face for Lloyd, which I absolutely adore. This is such a great face for younger Lloyd. Back in the early days of Ninjago, wish it had been more accessible instead of this face, which doesn't look as much like Lloyd to me. And it's a face I do not like very much. But yeah, this is a really rare Ninjago minifig. And I want to take back what I said earlier. I think this is the most expensive Ninjago minifig to get. I believe he's worth over $100 now. So I was very lucky to have a friend who had this and actually sold it to me. So shout out to Carson, who appeared on a video very recently looking at fake Ninjago minifigs. But we're going to clear rebooted figs off to the side, and we're moving all the way into Tournament of Elements now. This is one of the most beloved seasons by the community, and I can see why. It's not one of my favorites, but I do very much enjoy it, as I do all Ninjago seasons, except for Crystallized, but we don't talk about that. We got the 4 main ninja. Nia was not a part of the team, and Zane had passed at this time. So they got an invitation to Chen's Island to be able to maybe find Zane and bring him back. So I love that these are the first sleeveless ninja outfits. Again, bringing back that half mask piece and the hair pieces again, combining words there. And then you do get their symbols on the back. Good suits, a little simplistic. And then we get into these, which we're going to slide over here, move that piece down. And of course, for the life of me, I'm completely forgetting what these are called. It'll probably come to me when I cut later on for the next section, era, whatever you want to call it. But these suits are great. I love them. They're so nice how they include just the entire color in a bright form. I mean, the other ones always mixed different colors in with them, but this here doesn't shy away from the red, the blue, the titanium of Zane, who, yep, he's alive, guys. He is back and in titanium robotic form. Zane is a full-on robot now. Love this face here, and it's something that Ninjago ditched later on. It just looks so nice with the mask on. But this Zane face here is nice. Got a nice smile. All of the Zane faces now are him being angry, and I just don't like it. I like seeing Zane happy. But this was such a cool minifig, and I don't mind at all. it not being chrome like it was in the show, I think this, very reflective silver was a great choice. So we'll move those guys off to the side. Lloyd, Lloyd. And then we got a new Samurai X minifig, which was great. You take that mask piece off, and again, you got something underneath. Love that. You just put on, just a robotic face. Wish we had gotten that for season 1, so we wouldn't have her identity spoiled, but whatever. It's all in the past now. And then we got this face. I love this. This is a great Nia face. This looks like Nia. And again, I'm going to complain about this in a minute, but when we get to possession, they get rid of this face, which I guess I understand. This doesn't really fit in with the ninja part up front here, but they trade her face out for a generic city face. So just something frustrating. Moving on, Sensei Garmadon's back, and he does die in this season, so he would not be featured in the show again after this. But as you can see, he's got that tattoo peeking out on the back, showing that he used to work for Chen. I love that detail on the back. Just something that ties into the show, and is a small detail, but they included it. And I just love stuff like that for the fans. Same face and hair, of course, just different torso and legs. And then we get into the Elemental Masters, and these guys are awesome, and they are also expensive. Got Flash, not Flash, Turner, sorry. This is not Flash. Turner, although he does run fast like the Flash does. And he has this alternate face, which I like, although I don't remember seeing him with his glasses off in the show. But love this guy here. Got Karloff. I actually bought this one online, and his face came smudged like that, which is a little unfortunate, but I got him for a good deal. And these are the wrong legs, but I just thought they looked nice. They complete his outfit. He just has a pair of plain black legs in the original minifig. And then we got something very interesting. We got a new ninja. This is Skylar, ladies and gentlemen, and a lot of people loved this character, including me. And she would disappear after the season, which was something a lot of people didn't understand, including myself. I don't know why they got rid of Skylar. And this right here is really cool. You got this very intimidating white eyes. This was never in the show. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's an extra face print, and it looks awesome. Love her color scheme, by the way. Just this very vibrant, bright light orange looks great on a ninja suit. And it's something we wouldn't really see again. So, Lego, why'd you do this to Skylar? I know you bring her back, but we need more suits like this one. This is just beautiful. Another thing I didn't mention is they had printing on the ninja masks. They actually printed this different symbol for each mask. I want to say the symbol represents their element in the Ninjago language. And then another thing, she just had a bow and arrow on her back because she had a crossbow. We got this Sensei Wu that came in a book that year. Pretty cool minifig. Nothing special. And then we did get this Stone Armor Kai. So Lego is starting to go back and complete the Stone Armor collection. I didn't really highlight these guys much earlier. But we got Lloyd and Zane. And then Samurai X right here in their Stone Armor variants. Which again, weird face. They're changing up Nia's face so frequently. But we got this new Kai. So Lego is starting to go back and complete suit collections. Which, again, we will be getting more Stone Armor suits in the future. And look at that face for Kai. A new face without the non-canon scar that every face has had so far. I will never understand that. But yeah, love this minifig. He was exclusive to a Target promo box, so he was a little harder to get. Another Tournament of Elements minifig. This is going to be the last hero we had. This is just a robot who piloted the DBX. Nothing great, just some generic Lego pieces. But again, he was in the show very briefly. And then we get on to the villains. Master Chen and the Anacondrae Cultists. And a lot of people loved these villains. I did not. I was already feeling snake fatigue. Chen's a great minifig. He has this new helmet mold here. Really, really cool, really detailed. I love that Chen included a cape as well. Just really nice and detailed minifig. You got his sorcerer, his assistant Klaus, who is very loyal, and he had this great alternate face of him using his spells. And then we got Izor here. And something you'll see with these Anacondrae cultists is they all have these purple legs, just kind of alluding to the fact that, yeah, they're interested in anacondras. You know, I think another thing that really helps point that out is the snake tattoos. I don't know, just a thought. Love this new armor piece here for Zugu, I believe his name is. If I'm messing these up, I'm going to be so embarrassed, but whatever. And then you got 3 different Anacondrae cultists here. This is Kapow. Don't remember his buddy's name. And then, is this just another variant of him? It kind of looks like it to me. But yeah, these were cool. Not my favorite Ninjago villains by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, cool concept, cool printing, cool new pieces for their helmets. And then, surprisingly enough, we only got 2 of them when they actually turned into Anacondrae. So something a little unfortunate. These do have some scratches on their tails, even though I got these straight out of a new and sealed box. Zane's Titanium Dragon and DBX, I believe they came in. Or was it Chen's Temple? I don't know. But yeah, interesting they only made 2. I'm a little disappointed with that. But it's not a big deal. We got a lot of other minifigs. Another just unique cultist variant. And then the last minifig from Tournament of Elements is Pythor here. And this is a really nice looking Pythor. I love this minifig. It was nice to see him back. It was nice to see what happened to him after the whole Devourer incident. And he turned white. I guess that's just the effects of the Devourer's poison, you know, digesting in his belly. Sure, it's definitely going to do something to you. And it was such a nice surprise in the show when Pythor came back. And I wish we had gotten the minifig of him when he was in that, you know, creepy little costume and you couldn't tell who he was. But again, maybe it's something LEGO will come back and do. They've been doing that lately, which I've really enjoyed. And yeah, he also appeared, this is just the past Pythor, to give you a little comparison. He also got shrunk down to a very small size in this season. You know, maybe about the size of a microfig. So I'd love to see a little Pythor microfig. Don't really need any printing or anything. Just a little white or purple Pythor microfig would be a great throw-in to maybe the new Ninjago City set coming this summer. Just a little nod, a little wink, a little nudge at LEGO. Over here, starting possession, we got Kai in his Deep Stone suit. And these are the rest of the ninja. These went primarily black, except for Nia's, which doesn't really fit in with the suits very well, but that's not a problem. These went primarily black for this season. This was a much darker season. It dealt with death and ghosts and possession. So I appreciate them going dark. Love this new dual molded mask piece they made for this season. Really, really fits in nicely with the suits. And nothing too different about these ninja here, except for Nia, in which something I complained about just a few minutes ago. LEGO, what are you doing here? Really? This is a generic city face for one of our main ninja and one of their best-selling themes. You just ditched Nia's unique and exclusive face print. Didn't like that. A lot of people didn't like that. Something interesting. It did happen for a few seasons, but then they went back and made things right. But yeah, that's what's different about this. Also, something different. This is Nia's first time being a ninja, which I loved seeing that in possession. Just a great minifig overall. I do think the red is a little too prominent, and it would take Nia, or more, this is more of a maroon. It would take Nia quite a while to kind of find what her primary colors would be to kind of stand apart from the team. But yeah, new Nia minifig, and you got Natakon's ponytail right here. I thought I had lost this, which is why I gave him a new ponytail. Let's go ahead and give him that one back. We got a new Wu. Love this guy here. He is Battle Ready Wu, and I actually believe that's what his name is. But now he's Master Wu. He's not Sensei Wu anymore. He's Master Wu. Don't know what that's about. Love the light bluish gray gloves. Good minifig. And then we get into these minifigs. These are the Air Jitsu minifigs. And I'm going to move the camera a little closer since we've moved in so much. But I really liked these. This is the first time since the energy suits that we had a more powered up version of the ninja. And they did all get exclusive face prints. And a little mistake I made here is that these Lloyd and Nia minifigs did not actually come out until the next year as part of the Day of the Departed sets. But they kind of fit in with these, and my mind just kind of made that connection and accidentally put them here. So apologies for that, but these came out in 2016. And the rest of these you could get in Air Jitsu flyers. which was cool. And they were $10, and you get this exclusive Ninjago minifig with a little Airjitzu flyer that you could wind up and then pull, and it would spin. And then moving over here, we got some minifigs, excluding Ronin here, which, hey, new character. I love Ronin. He's one of my favorite Ninjago characters, and I wish he had more screen time. This minifig is not great because he has long hair. And yeah, the hat doesn't really showcase that. We would get a minifig of him with his hairpiece eventually, so it was made right. But yeah, Ronin, love this character. We got some minifigs here from one of my favorite sets of all time, the Airjitzu Temple. We got Misako. Finally, she was introduced all the way back in Season 2, and we're now getting her in Season 5. We have an Airjitzu Wu minifig here, which is just gorgeous. Look at that lighter tan color mixing with the white and the gold. This is just so elegant, so classy, so royal. I just have to respect this guy. I mean, look at him. He dresses better than me, he's older than me, and he's wiser than me. One of the best, if not the best Wu minifig. I don't know, the Crystallized one is pretty great. We got two random characters that never appeared in the show in that set, and they had names. Claire and Jesper. Don't know why these guys were thrown in, but Jesper had a new torso and leg print, which I appreciate, and then Claire is just generic city pieces. I don't know, man. Got these guys off to the side here. We got the mailman, the postman, whatever you want to call him for the first time. No alternate face print of him screaming when he's being chased by the Devourers, so that's disappointing. But yeah, super nice to finally get this guy. I hope they remake him in that new legacy style. We got Dareth here. Love this guy. He did get a new face print here. Here we go. This guy was sitting on the top. You know, it really doesn't fit Dareth like this 2013 one did, which is a little unfortunate, but it's nice to get a new Dareth with a new torso. And yeah, again, I just love Dareth, especially that hairpiece. I mean, man has got class. And that chest hair. Really funny stuff. So moving these guys out of the way, we're going to get into the villains of this season. These are the ghosts, and these are some of my favorite villains in the show. Just love the aesthetic of the transparent pieces here. You got Moro, probably the best villain in the entire show, at least alongside Harumi. This was a great minifig, and it's a lot harder to get now than it used to be back in the day. And then this top 5 Ninjago minifigs ever. We got Possessed Lloyd. So this is when Moro takes possession of Lloyd. You get a new armor piece here that looks very creepy and ghoulish. This very creepy possessed face. It looks very much like a mixture of, that's the wrong Lloyd, of Lloyd's face here. And where did he go? I'm trying to grab, there we go. And Moro's face. As you can see, that is just a great combo. Lego did such an incredible job being able to do that. And then we did get this new head wrap piece here to go over top. Phenomenal minifig. It will never be remade, which is sad to me because we got very close to it and then Legacy was canceled. But yeah, and then we got his kind of main group of cronies here. We got the Soul Archer, we got Gultar, and we got Bansha. This here's just a random ghost, but, you know, he had a tail, so he fit in with these guys. Some more, you know, just generic and random ghost wares. And then we have two really interesting ones here. This here is exclusive to a minifigure pack that came out with some Tournament of Elements suits in it, which is really weird. The exclusive thing is the torso. As you can see, it's not like the others. And then he also had this buddy here. His name is Woo, W-O-O-O. So I can't help but add in the little woo when I say his name. He didn't come with a headpiece, but he's supposed to have this. I bought him for Bricklink, and the seller just forgot to put the headpiece in. So they refunded me a little bit of money. But that's what he is supposed to look like. One day I will buy another one of these to put on him. But for now, he's just bald. You know, I don't think he looks too bad. He's still pretty scary to me. But yeah, we are getting very close to the end of this era for Ninjago. We are about to move into Skybound, and that'll be it for this baseplate. But before we do, we got a Yang minifig here. You know, hinting a little bit of Day of the Departed. This came with the Airjitzu Temple. But just a sign of things to come. Now, we are on to Skybound, and I It's starting to feel the strain, guys. This is so many minifigs, and I'm about a third of the way done. But let's keep going. Let's keep looking at every Ninjago minifig. We got the Skybound suits here. These were great. They were a reuse of the possession legs, which I remember a lot of people being disappointed with. Cole's a ghost now. You know, got to keep things interesting, got to keep things changing. Loved this concept, and I wish Cole had stayed a ghost, or at least kept his scar. That really made him unique, because he just doesn't feel as unique now. Zane is still a robot. Jay here got a new face print. Finally, we got him with a smile, because the old one had him being angry. This just is not Jay. I mean, sure, he's angry now and then, but Jay's always smiling, man. So it was nice to get this, and then you had this little clueless face on the back. This was such a great face for Jay. Lego really started to get things down. And then I did finally update the Kai and Nia faces for Hands of Time, which we'll get to. And then they went and changed the designs, but that's not important as of yet. We're going to get these guys off to the side. Lloyd. We got Wu. This is the same one from Possession, except he just had a pilot's helmet. So I threw him in. Again, a lot of the way I categorized and made these minifigs work doesn't make a lot of sense to most of you, but it works in my brain. And that's what matters. So Wu with a pilot hat. We got Jay here with another new face. Are you kidding me? Thank you, Lego, for this wave of minifigs. Did so much for Jay. So a new pirate face, and then you had this little cheeky face on the back. Like, haha, just kidding. I'm not actually a pirate. I like that a lot. And then you got some Cryptarium minifigs. We finally got Titanium Zane's hairpiece here. Took a couple waves, took a couple seasons, but that was such a nice thing back in the day. So there's that. We got these two Cryptarium prisoners off to the side. And again, just an FYI, these were released in the Day of the Departed wave, but they are a part of Skybound, so I figured I would just include them here. Nice seeing Kozu and finally a Captain Soto, although they never gave us a regular Captain Soto, just him in his prison uniform, which, I don't know, it's kind of lame. He doesn't even have his hook, he just has a black hand. But, you know, it's nice to get the face and the hat at least. I'm not complaining, that's for sure. And then a generic city police officer that came in that Cryptarium set. We're making progress, guys. We're almost to the end of this. Nauticon's hairpiece can move. Then we got the villains. Nauticon, the Djinn. Oh, man, this is one of the best Ninjago villains. I really hope he comes back. Lego's been teasing us with the teapot of Tehran stuff in the newer seasons, but I love this minifig. Lego's going back to their four-armed roots with the Ninjago minifigs, and that's great. I believe this torso is the same as Kozu's. Check. Yeah, just different printing. I love this guy. Just the design, the aesthetic of the darker orange and the darker green just looks so nice, and they throw in some maroon. I love the vibe of these Skybound characters. We got Flintlock. We got Clancy. I'm forgetting his name, and this is so embarrassing. I'm going to come back to him because I'm going to remember his name. Bucko and Squiffy, I don't know which is which. We got Siren, something interesting. This is an exclusive torso that only came in a Lego promo poly bag that is very hard to get your hands on nowadays because it was not widespread. But yeah, just really weird that they gave her an exclusive torso for a random Ninjago promo that no one talked about. She does have an alternate face, which many of them don't, so I do appreciate that. Just a generic pirate villain, though. And then we got these two in an exclusive minifig pack. I love these guys. They're just absolutely incredible. I love this new piece here. They just look nice. Really like the detail. And then we got Dogshank. Just the first Ninjago Big Fig, which makes her valuable, of course, and we wouldn't get a Ninjago Big Fig until 2018. So, you know, nice to get. I like the exclusive mold for this, you know, with that armor and the head printed on and everything. I think this is a great Ninjago Big Fig. I didn't like the character much in the show. And you got these holes in the back here, which you can attach some weapons and armor and stuff to, which they had you do in the set. Going ahead and clearing these guys out here. Am I really gonna forget this guy's name? I wanna say Doubloon, but it's really not. He has a second face where he's happy. It's got to be like Double Face Guy or something. Go ahead and roast me down in the comments. I'm going to be looking it up after I cut. Monkey Wrench. Cool to see this classic Lego monkey piece used for, I believe, the last time. With this nice silver printing. They did replace this piece pretty recently after, which makes me sad because I love the classic minifig arms on this guy. I think this is just a great monkey piece for Lego, and it's really sad that it's gone, but nice to see a monkey as part of the Pirates crew. Kind of reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever you want to call it. Debate it in the comments. We have these really weird exclusive snake minifigs that came in some junior sets at the time. I don't know. I don't know why Lego made new prints and a new snake head mold for a junior set. I don't even know why the villains were snakes, because snakes hadn't been around since Tournament of Elements. Weird. A non-canon Zane suit, but it adds to the tournament collection. Thank you, Lego. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where they can actually do the printing. Wow, the background just fell. Let me fix that. Wow, the level of just unprofessionalism in this video is kind of irking me. The background just fell, and I'm going to keep it in the video. But again, maybe that's part of the beauty of this video, is just me letting go and not scripting it, and just letting things happen and letting me make mistakes and letting that be apparent, because I am a human. But anyways, love that they printed all the way around on this head. It's something I've never really seen from Lego. Just that type of detail is immaculate. We got a non-canon Samurai X, because why not? You know, don't mind it. She came in the minifig pack as well with those two pirate guys. New face print on the front, and then that's that classic Nia face print that they ditched because Lego's lazy? I don't know. No back print, which is lame, but again, exclusive minifig, non-canon minifig. I can't complain too much. It's cool. And then we did also get these stone armor suits. So now the stone armor collection is finally complete. It took long enough. Cole here actually got a new face. I'd love to see that. So yeah, he looks pretty happy there. This was actually the exact face I had when I got this minifig and completed the stone armor collection. True story. But let's go ahead and give him his mask. Jay over there still had the same piece, or same headpiece he got in Skybound, which again, I'm not complaining. It is a great headpiece on print for Jay. But I'm gonna go ahead, just bump the camera, and move on to the next base plate, because this is it for Ninjago from 2011 until Skybound in 2016. So you know what time it is? It's time to move on to Day of the Departed. All right, and here we go with the Day of the Departed wave. Now, for those of you that are still watching, it's currently 5 a.m. where I live. I have actually pulled what is probably going to be an all-nighter just to film this video. I've been putting off filming this video for, I don't know, a couple months now. I did get all the minifigs earlier this year. And I just kind of had to strike a burst of passion tonight, and I'm like, you know what? Even though I work at 9:30 a.m., I'm just going to stay up all night and get this done, because I just have not had the time to work on YouTube videos. And honestly, even the passion's been lacking lately with, you know, more of my health issues and life getting crazy. So, yeah, if you're still watching, thank you. You're a true fan who's really helping me out as I get through this at 5 a.m. and hopefully finish it before I work. Anyways, Day of the Departed. This is where suits changed, obviously. They do every wave, except for the the core wave in 2023. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. We got a new face for Cole. Again, he's not a ghost anymore, but he still has those powers inside of him. New happy face, which we got with that stone warrior, or stone armor minifig, but again, it just has the scar now. Absolutely love that we got a finally more accurate version of Cole, and again, something to keep him more unique, which they would be taking away after Hands of Time. All the other ninjas' faces are the same. But again, these Day of the Departed suits are some of my favorites, just because they are kind of a throwback to the earlier line of suits. I have this big pile of minifigs I'm gonna dig through and hopefully find an earlier tie-in. Stay with me. Technical difficulties. Okay, I found this. There we go. See, they're very similar. I like that. I think that's nice, especially since Day of the Departed was kind of looking back. And you will notice that with the villains, as I'm sure you already saw some familiar faces. We got a new Wu. No leg printing is lame. He had this flute on the back. And we would see this exact same Wu in Hands of Time with just a tan hat. You can see him chilling right there. You know, it's Wu. Always good to get Wu. We don't get him super often anymore. RX Cole with these beautiful, beautiful transparent arms with that earth print on there. This is, man, we don't see stuff like this in Ninjago very often, if at all anymore. This is just something that I look at and go, wow. LEGO went the extra mile. And it's something they don't do very often, so it's something I really appreciate here. Sidearm printing on a main character from Ninjago. So thank you, LEGO. I use these arms all the time in stop motion. I'd love to see another minifig like this, because Cole does power up his arms with these Earth RX powers quite often in the show. So to get another one of these guys for newer fans and kids to be able to put on their Coles and give them that powered up look would be really nice. Just a thought. All right, and moving on to the villains. Remember that Yang statue from earlier? Yeah, he's back, ladies and gents, and as a creepy and spooky ghost. Cool minifig. He's sensei, just like Wu was, but obviously, he's not a good sensei. He's a villain. Chen is back, I believe. This one is pretty much the same that we got in Tournament of Elements. We got a new Kozu. He's back. Cool, I guess. Got a new Pythor. This I like. Love that he's in some kind of cloak. He's usually just not wearing anything. So nice that Pythor finally, you know, got past his nude stage and is wearing this really nice cloak here. The little diamond in the middle, or whatever that is. Just looks like a diamond to me shining through, kind of like the thing on his head. And then if we move over, we got some more villains. We got Cryptor back. And you'll notice something is missing. They didn't re-release Samakai, even though Samakai was a main villain, just like the other guys. So, disappointing for sure. I don't know what's up with that. But again, I shrugged and quickly moved on. I just can't get upset over something like that. We got one of the Yang students. Cool. Bringing back that classic ninja head wrap there was something interesting. We got Izor as a Anacondrae for some reason, but he has no tail. I don't understand some of the choices with this wave. It's just so weird. Stone Warriors are back with, these look like the same. Actually, no, these are updated torso prints. Cool. Good stuff. Skeletons, they're back. Don't mind that. They look the same. But again, I don't mind. We got Ronin again. Thank the maker. I love Ronin. I wish we got more Ronins. And this is the last time we'd see Ronin as a minifig until Legacy in 2021. So, you know, just thankful because this is the last Ronin we'd see for about 5 years. New torso and legs, and we finally get his hairpiece. The head is the same, though. And then we get this absolutely beautiful minifig from Skybound, but again, he came out with the Day of the Departed sets. I know my reasoning doesn't make sense, but he's in with the Day of the Departed, Echo Zane. This minifig is just amazing. I love all the detail that just makes him look so broken down and rusty and like, bro needs an oil bath. Okay, not an oil bath. A bath to get rid of the oil and a tune-up. This minifig still remains one of my favorites. And then that on the back is just unnecessary detail that I just really appreciate. Maybe his hair gets taken off for repair or something, and they gotta look at that. I don't know. Really cool. He had another new ninja. he doesn't really do much, but this is Little Nelson. Again, bringing back that classic ninja head wrap. And you got this really weird drawing just tacked onto his back of what looks to be a squirrel. I don't know, man. And then this is just a very generic kid minifig face, which I don't like. But, you know, it's not a big deal. We get a new torso and color for this masterpiece. And then we get this random robot from the Lighthouse Siege. He does have that exclusive face. If any of you remember, he did serve, I believe it was T, back in the final battle when Zane met Dr. Julian, and Jay was messing around with him, and then he accidentally poured the tea on Jay's lap, which was a very, very comedic scene. Peak comedy. If you didn't laugh, you're not human. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to Hands of Time. We're moving into 2017 here, and we're going to make a pretty abrupt jump after these that I'm not sure you guys are going to like the way I do it. I don't know. I don't want to say that. You guys are going to like it. Anyways, these are my favorite suits of all time. They probably always will be. They have boots printed on them, and just the detail is just immaculate, and it's something we never saw again. Just the way these look together. They're all different colors. They're all different base colors too, but they just look so unified. I don't know how to explain it. The mask pieces really look nice, and they're all different colors too, and they just look so unified. Kai got a new face. Look at that beaut right there. And he got a nice elemental fiery face on the back. And I just love LEGO introducing new face prints for the Ninja. I wish they did it more often nowadays. Let me get Nia. What's that? LEGO corrected it. LEGO corrected the great error they made. So thank you for that, LEGO. Oh, and you're giving her this awesome elemental face too? Yeah, these are the best suits, guys. You can't change my mind. We already talked about this guy earlier. And then we get Kai and Nia's parents. What? We've been wondering about them the whole show. Finally, we see them, and in minifig form. And even though the season wasn't great, I'm so thankful to get these minifigs. They did have alternate faces. Ray's doesn't want to come out. There's Maya's. Let's try and get you to Ray's. Yeah, there we go, with that weird bandage, which I don't think was in the show. I don't know, man. More Elemental Masters. Yeah, these came in a minifig pack. And these look great. We got Shade and we got Ash. And then we get Skylar with no mask piece. Yeah, I told you guys they don't bring back the mask piece for Skylar ever again. And this is a new Skylar face. It's pretty much the same as the other, except they just ditched the back head printing, which is pretty lame if you ask me. Continuing on with Hands of Time, this row here is worth like a couple $100. We got the Time Twins, who are super rare, super expensive. But boy, do I love them. They are some of the best designed Ninjago minifigs. They look incredible with these new with these new mask pieces. You got that printing of the clock on them. Just love the design and aesthetic of these villains and the concept. I just don't like the execution in the show. They were way too goofy. Just really took away from the threatening presence. You got General Machia using this awesome Medusa-looking head mold. Sure, let's call it that. She does have an alternate face. And yes, more snakes. But you know what? I don't mind these guys because they look so different and so cool with these helmets. This guy is awesome. Alternate faces for all of these guys, which I love. These two are Blunk and Ragamunk. They were jokes in the show, which sucks because they have really cool designs. We got some generic Vermilion Warriors. And another Samurai. My, who could this be? Maybe they'll show us? Oh, no. You know, it'd be really funny if they spoiled who the Samurai was. Because they built it up so much, you know? I just think it would be really funny. Wait. Okay, we'll get to that. Yeah, let's keep going. These guys are rare. Very rare. I paid, what, $150 to get the pack of 4. You got Kai here with a new face. This is just starting a collection of suits that LEGO never completed. Shame on you, LEGO. At least you tried. The golden suits from Rebooted when they were in the Digiverse. We got, Chronix when he was young. I thought I was going to forget that name. Cool. Wish they had taken these snake pieces out of the helmet because they're inaccurate. We got Neuro. Love this minifig. So nice to get another Elemental Master. LEGO's really helping us out to complete that collection, and we'll see him do it again in the future. And we got this white Sentry Nindroid that guards the Realm Crystal in Hiroshi's Labyrinth, built by Cyrus Borg, featured in Skybound. Pretty cool to get that guy. And again, each of these are worth like $40 plus on their own, so it's kind of crazy to have them just chilling on this base plate here. Same with the Time Twins. I believe they're worth more around 50 or 60 each. But we're going to move them so we can look at the next season, and they're just going to get thrown into this growing pile over here. So, Now we move into the new era of Ninjago, and this is where you may not like the turn this video takes, because I am not featuring the Ninjago movie suits because they are not canon to the Ninjago show lore. So I don't count them as a Ninjago minifig, even though they're part of the Ninjago movie. If you agree with my logic, great. If you don't, I'm sorry. It's just how this video is going to go. But we're hopping right from Season 7 to Season 8. Nothing changed except the ninja's face designs. And this little baby here is Woo. Yeah, a lot has changed. All the ninja's face prints are changed. And then we get this new Zane face print, which I despise so much. When have we ever seen Zane with an angry face? That angry? Very rarely. He's usually just more smiling or just more monotone. So very disappointing. Lloyd has green eyes now. And looking at the suits overall, I really like them. This waistcape for Nia is interesting because Lego doesn't do waistcapes anymore. So it's just interesting to look back and see. We got these Spinjitzu master variants of them that came in these really terrible spinners. I don't like that they all have the same leg print, but the torso is great. Really cool. It's probably just really comic-y the way, and comedic and overdone. The way the power is just bursting out of them. But I don't mind it. I like the look of it. I think it looks great. And we're going to move all of these guys off to the side, and we're going to start looking at the villains for Sons of Garmadon, because these were really interesting villains. We got Snake Jaguar, aka Zane, disguised as a Son of Garmadon. And these guys were a cult, hell-bent on resurrecting Garmadon. We got Ultraviolet. I like to call her UV, just like everyone else does. It's the cool thing to do. You're not cool if you don't call her UV. We got Mr. E here. You know, there were a lot of people theorizing about what his identity may be, and Lego never really revealed it, but something interesting that Tommy Andreasen shared was that he was originally going to be Echo Zane. This guy here, a Nindroid just like Zane. So interesting. Sad they cut that out of the show. We got Kilo, whatever you want to call him, the big man, that's what I call him. Really cool looking big fig, and the only other big fig we have in Ninjago, sporting the mask of, oh man, is this the Mask of Deception? I think so. This is the Mask of Vengeance. Yeah, the Mask of Deception. Okay, I had to think. Printing on a sidearm, and then we got a little... Actually, that's not family appropriate. We have a little crack showing. You know, that I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know why Lego put that on the minifig, and they really just focused on the hindquarters here, just printing and making them very apparent, which it's funny. These are Mr. E and Ultraviolet with the masks on, just affecting their physical form. It didn't affect Kilo's physical form, but for Mr. E, gave him some extra arms, because Lego's obsessed with forearms for Ninjago, and it gave Ultraviolet this kind of powered up stone look. And a few Sons of Garmadon members. This guy's supposed to have a helmet, but I lost it, and I have no other black helmets. So go ahead and point that inaccuracy out in the comments below. I'm sure there will be someone who does. Thank you for that. We got some other minifigs here. We got Hutchins, who died after being in like 1 or 2 episodes. Nice to get him. I appreciate that. This torso and legs would really make for a great Sensei Lloyd, if you ask me. And then we got the Temptress, the deceitful one, or the quiet one herself, Harumi. And you know what? We did not get a casual Harumi for this season. So if you want Harumi, she's got to be in her princess garb. Which, again, this is an incredible minifig in her princess garb here. But it's really sad that we didn't get her casual version. But overall, love the cape piece. And, you know, going up here, this is a new hair piece that we wouldn't really see again. Which was sad. But, you know, it worked great for this minifig. And then there are 2 more minifigs just hiding over here. We got Samurai X, who they spoiled the identity of with Pixel's face on the back. So yes, Pixel's back. Good stuff. This is a lame minifig in my opinion. I just think the printing on the face is awful. And I don't know. It just looks like a United States flag to me. I think the colors, just the combination of colors on the last Samurai X looked a lot better. And I don't really want to go searching through the pile, even though I just did, to find it. Skip back if you want to see the other one again. Then we got Lord Garmadon. He's back, baby, and scarier and eviler, if that's a word, than ever. I don't think the face fits. He was way too angry. He never really smiled. But I love that torso. Just gruesome detailing with his purple blood dripping and bones showing. I believe that's his rib cage. Really cool stuff, and a new helmet piece from the Ninjago movie. Really good stuff. Yeah, and then Garmadon's back. We get back into Hunted, which is kind of follow-up season to Sons of Garmadon. The ninja are trapped in the Oni and Dragon realm, so their suits are all torn up from Sons of Garmadon. It's something LEGO never did until now. It's just an altered variation of a past suit, which I think is really cool and gutsy. And I don't know if this wave sold well or not because of it, but I'd like to think it did. We got Lloyd and Nia here in their Woo Crew outfits, and something I have talked about in the past, but no one else talks about, is I'd love to see Woo Crew variants of the ninja suits, being Cole, Zane, Jane, Kai. I think that'd be really cool. I know it's not necessary, but I think it'd be very cool. And then Woo's grown up a little. He's a teenager here. He's got this beautiful new headpiece here, or hairpiece that was introduced in the Ninjago movie sets. White and gold. Just love seeing Woo in this season. Just such a great character as he's kind of learning things again as he's growing up after being messed up by the Time Vortex and Hands of Time. We move on. We got the Dragon Master Ninja. Zane lost his mask piece, so I gave him this legacy one. I'm sorry about it. I know. Zane's face is also back to yellow here. So interesting to see that. No hairpiece to go with it. But these suits were okay. I mean, obviously they just looked like they had parachutes on. Really cool printing on the back. They were non-canon to the show. Don't really know why they exist, but I'm not complaining. I love seeing new variants of the ninja suits, and I always buy them. Because again, I'm on a mission to have every Ninjago minifig ever. At least now that this video is made, I have to keep buying them to, to remain with the saying that I have everyone, right? So let's keep going. Before we move on to the villains, we got 2 more variants of Woo. So we got 3 variants of Woo, who was the main character in this season, besides Lloyd, which I loved. Just love that he's bringing back the gold, kind of like Lloyd. This is just such a beautiful minifig. I love seeing that new 2-piece mask in gold, in white. So love this guy. We got Woo with the dragon armor. Beautiful, beautiful minifig with that new armor piece. And again, just embracing that gold. Looks so good on Woo. Skylar's back. And this is a terrible minifig. The tool belt is awful. She has no leg printing. The armor doesn't work. And she doesn't have a mask. I know, I'm complaining about a children's toy, but this stuff matters to me, and it matters to a lot of people. Especially collectors like myself, but we did get a new angry face mint for Skylar, so I really appreciated that. Overall, kind of an minifig, but what are you going to do? Skylar's back. I'm blinded by nostalgia, so I'm not that upset. Getting on to villains, Harumi, she's the main villain, at least she is now, and she's just kind of full-fledged evil here. She is no longer that sweet, sweet princess we once knew her as. Love this new hairpiece they introduced. Something interesting is that this is very rubbery. It can be pressed, as you can see. And when they brought Harumi back in Crystallized, they made the hairpiece a hard plastic, so it doesn't bend and fold to pressure like it did there. So something very interesting. Love her suit. It's just very dark and evil looking like she is. I don't really know about that stuff around the eyes. Is that just paint to make her look scary? I never really understood that. That would actually make my day if someone explained why the top part of her face has always been red like that. But again, we didn't really get any more Sons of Garmadon characters because we got a bunch in the last wave and those were still on shelves. So we just got the Dragon Hunters, which I don't mind. We got a lot of them. We got Iron Baron here, main villain in the Oni and Dragon realm. I love this guy. He's such a cliche and classic villain that just wants power for himself. And I love him for that. He's just executed so well, and he's not goofy, which Ninjago characters fall into that trope often of, hey, let's make 20 jokes every second and make goofy faces, because kids love that, and it just takes away from any menace, malice, or any other scary M word that go along with villains. We got Arcade here with this awesome welder's mask in a new print. Just a bunch of dragon here's. This guy I always found hilarious in the show. No alternate face print, but got an interesting character here. We've got Heavy Metal, who was actually not a villain and on the side of the ninja, and we never got her unmasked, which she looks pretty all about business and capturing the ninja here, but when she takes all this armor off and the hat and the mask, she's actually a pretty nice looking lady. So sad we never got that version of her. Just some more Dragon Hunters. Jet Jack, cool minifig. And then Daddy No Legs, I think that's his name, which is a really funny name. Or maybe I'm just conjuring that in my head and I'm really weird for that. But this was a nice minifig only included in the Stormbreaker Dragon, sorry. But yeah, obviously he has no legs. And we are about to get into Legacy, but before we do that, we got this minifig pack to look at. We got Kabuki Nia. Just Lego goes all out on the ones that come in those exclusive packs. I mean, Ninjago minifigs, all 4 of these have arm printing, which is just unheard of. Got an SOG gang member. Love this, dude. Just look at that arm printing. Look at that detail on the back of the head. It's just, we don't see these in the normal sets. We got Jay when he's old, as seen in the future reflections in Season 5. We have not gotten any minifigs since. Looking at the future Ninja, we did get a future Nia, but she had a modern face and hair, which was weird. The hair looks off because it's different from his beard color, but that's not a big deal. Just change out the hair piece. It's pretty common. And then we have Harumi using the Mask of Vengeance. The Mask of Hatred. And she's using this nice Nexo Knight's armor piece. Again, just cool to see Harumi in this form because she did have that in the show. All right, so we are going to move on to Legacy. And this was interesting because Legacy, the wave of sets, were not connected to the show. However, all of these suits right here were. We got a season called March of the Oni, and we did get the Oni minifigs in a separate, just little $15 character pack. But to get the suits, you had to buy the Legacy sets, which were remakes of old Ninjago sets. So something that more popular themes have done. I mean, the first that comes to mind is Star Wars. They'll remake popular sets. Ninjago did that. And this line was canceled just 2 years later, which was very sad. I don't know if they sold very well. But I loved seeing these classic sets come back with modern building techniques. And I loved these beautiful, beautiful Legacy suits, just reimagining some of the more classic suits and just a more stylized, redefined, and just very coherent look with these brand new mask pieces, by the way, which they don't want to come off, are amazing. And Lego has stuck with them ever since, at least for the most part. And I don't mind that. I love them. Move these guys off to the side. Talked about this at the beginning of the video. We got a Legacy Woo of his black kimono. This guy looks great. Just love seeing that black kimono back. Such a classic Ninjago minifig. Garmadon's back, using that old upper torso and helmet piece. Lovely to see those back, just with a new, really menacing face print that I would love to be able to add to the kind of Sons of Garmadon, Hunted, March of the Oni, whole Oni trilogy Garmadon. This just fits with him. We got some more remakes of old Ninjago minifigs. We got a new Golden Ninja. This guy's sweet. The gold face just looks a lot more like Lloyd. Love that guy. We got Samurai X coming back. Nice to see her again. Pythor is back. This looks a lot like the original Pythor, but again, it has just the necessary amount of change to be able to notice some differences. Love seeing this snaketail piece coming back and the Pythor head. Man, I am really living up to the whole unscripted mistakes here. The Overlord had a completely brand new design that we have never seen in the show, but I like that Lego kind of just made something different here just because. This is Legacy. They're remaking minifigs. Why not make them different? This guy fell over here. This is one of the new skeletons. That I just despise. This is awful. Are you kidding me? Comparing it to something like this. I don't mind the new face. I really don't. The thing is, the feet. Why do they not have their boots on? This just doesn't look right. It just looks so incredibly odd. And I really don't like these minifigs for that. I don't know. The head mold I don't mind. It's just the printing I think is a little goofy. Kozu came back. He was exclusive to a rare set now. The Green Ninja mech from the final battle. Just love how they updated that printing so much. And it's just so much more redefined. And centralized and updated. Just looks like Lego's modern printing. We have these other Stone Warriors, which again, they're doing the whole different face colors on them, which I love. 2 snakes. Only 2. I don't mind them. I like them. They're a little goofy. I mean, yeah, the torso on this guy here looks like a Ninja Turtle, but whatever. It's good to see the snakes back. I'm not complaining about these guys at all. These guys I am complaining about. You guys getting thrown in the pile. More Nindroids. Not a big deal. They're not very different. New face print. That's about it. A little bit of a different torso. And then we got the Oni. That's right. They came in an exclusive minifig pack, and you could buy as many if you wanted. I bought 3 to kind of just build up my Oni army, and this right here is supposed to be Omega. He didn't come with this cape, which he had in the show, so I just added it. That's something LEGO really should have included, but again, these guys just look so good. I'm so thankful we have Oni minifigs. It's kind of crazy how much they're worth now. These are some valuable Ninjago minifigs, and I got 6 more in a baggie. All right, let's move into the next era of Ninjago. We got the show rebooted with Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu after its supposed ending in Season 10. So, this season was a lot goofier. It was a lot different. The episode format changed from 22 minutes to 11 minutes, which was a very shocking change for fans. But you know what? We got used to it and eventually grew to love the 11-minute format, although it has some restrictions, which we'll get to. Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu is one of them. The finale was just so rushed. But yeah, I'm just talking about the show because it did impact the suits just a little bit. We got new suits. Keeping with that mask piece, they printed on some ninja symbols onto the mask pieces, which I loved. Zane's got some gloves here, which just stand out and look so nice. Cole's got a sleeveless suit again, which just fits for his character. So we can see those RX arms just out in the open and powered up. I really wish he included them, though. Zane's just continuing with that awful face. Lloyd over here actually doesn't have gloves, which this might be... Yeah, this is the first Lloyd to not have any gloves. This is one of my favorite Lloyd suits. Again, all of these Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu suits were used in the next couple of seasons as just base suits before they put on other suits on top of them, which is interesting because these guys are worth a ton just for that matter, which sucks. I wish they re-released them again in an easier way to get because some of them were in very expensive sets. And then these are really weird to me. Just like the Kendo suits, same torso and leg print and face, different mask / head wrap / helmet, whatever you want to call it. And these were exclusive because they did make Forbidden Spinjitzu Ninja, at least 4 of them, with new torsos. But look at that. The helmets are different. So these are technically new and exclusive Ninjago minifigs. But I don't love them very much, so I'm throwing them off to the side. These I do like. I think the torsos are weird, but whatever, man. You know, it's just more powered up ninja, which I love seeing. They're some of my favorite character variants. Probably my favorite minifig from this wave is Wu. They just went all out on this guy. Look at that fuzzy cape. Look at the print. He's got a braid now. He's got a different colored hat. It's not tan or gold. What is this? What is this crap? This is dark tan. Anyways, he got a new face too, which I just love. New torso and legs. This is just a new color scheme. He ditched the gold, ditched the black, went with some dark brown and maroon, a little bit of light bluish gray along with that classic white. It just makes for the best Sensei Wu minifig. I take back what I said earlier. This is the best one. We got 2 different villain factions, which I loved. I love this season, by the way. We got Char. They have snakes again. And you know what? I'm not that upset about it because it ties into the lore. They really tied it in well, unlike the Vermilion. But these are cool. We got the Pyro Whipper, Pyro Snapper with no fiery print as much as the other. And we got a Sphera, which, you know what? She's not accurate to the show at all because she doesn't have pupils and she doesn't have a snake tail. But this is a cool minifig. If you look at it by the standards of the sets and don't take the show into account, I like this minifig a lot. But yeah, they never updated her when they brought her back in Crystallized. They just gave her another ghost tail, which really sucks. But again, it's a cool looking minifig. It's just not show accurate. And then we got the Blizzard Samurai, which if you've seen my series, these guys mean a lot to me. especially the Ice Emperor. This is such a phenomenal minifig. Just look at that. Look at that helmet. Look at that armor. Look at that translucent head. I mean, just the villains. They just went all out. I love General Vex here. He looks great. And then we just got some generic warriors here. That guy in the middle has a beautiful transparent armor piece. This guy's a transparent arm. It's just the amount of detail going into the minifigs for this wave just shocks me. Oh yeah, and they brought Clutch Powers in. Remember that Lego movie that everyone loved and Lego never made a sequel to? Remember growing up with it as a kid? Yeah, me too. Well, we got a Clutch Powers minifig, and you know what? He's a little different. He's got an eye patch now. Oh, wait. It's fake. Love that. It's just so goofy and Lego-like. So nice to have a Clutch Powers minifig, even though it's not the exact same as the one featured in the movie. And then we got these two here. This is Akira. And she was a new character for this season, and she never came back after, sadly. But look at this beautiful cape. I don't even know how they made that. It's just stunning. And this lovely new furry, I mean, wolf, hair, head, hat combo. Good stuff. She's got an angry face on the back. Or, no, more of a smiling face? I don't know. I mixed face prints up. This minifig's worth like $70, which is crazy to me. But she is a great one, and she was very important to that season. And this is her in her wolf form. You see those extra tails printed on, or molded onto the back. Such a phenomenal wolf piece. And it was so nice to actually get this version of her for the season. All right, we are getting there. We're almost done with the space plate. Minifigs are falling off on the side of the table, if you heard that. I'm getting tired and sleepy, but we're going to keep going. Let's keep pushing through. This is an exclusive woo from a Ninjago book. He's non-canon. Something interesting, he's a new and exclusive minifig, so he's included here. Now we move on to Prime Empire. And Lego, I will never forgive you for not giving us a Prime Empire Zane. Even though he's non-canon, he just would have looked so nice unified with these. I have very fond memories of these suits. They have this new armor piece, which sticks out a little bit at the back, but that is to accommodate their health bars that you can clip in and put above them. This Nia minifig, I actually bought early. These were, I believe, the last season of Ninjago minifigs to have their figures released early in factories. Like, people would take them out of factories and sell them online. That is completely stopped. But I actually bought this Nia minifig here a couple months early for $15. And that's about what she's worth nowadays, which is crazy. Because I thought $15 at the time was so expensive. But again, just look at me now buying $70 minifigs. But again, love these guys. They all had brand new face prints. Oh man, new faces for the Ninja? Are you kidding me? I just remember just being in an uproar. I was so excited because getting unique face prints like these for the Ninja is so important for someone who does stop motion, to be able to change their facial expressions. Because if they're always angry on their face, it's going to be hard to convey different emotions. So I love that. Gonna put these masks back on, which, by the way, brand new masks. These figures just match the video game aesthetic perfectly. I don't really think they could have been done any better, honestly. Maybe the armor piece could have been smaller because it does stick out. But again, they needed to accommodate the health bars. We got some Avatar Ninja over here. We got Kai. Absolutely love him. This is perfect for the Red Shogun minifig, featured later on in the show. Love that Kai hair piece in that, I don't know, you want to call that light yellow? Almost a tan? I don't know, just, you could use it on some really funky minifigs, and I'd love to see that. Superstar Rockin' J himself, one of my favorite Ninjago minifigs. Love how you just have his chest just out in the open. And again, he's just rocking out, and he's got a guitar on the back. This guy's just a perfect minifig. He really fits into the video game aesthetic of choosing an avatar that fits Jay, and this one really does. We got the man himself. We finally got Pink Zane. After what? This was 2020. And we got Pink Zane back in season 12. So 8 years. It took 8 years to get a Pink Zane minifig. Of course, it's the wrong face, but I'm not complaining. They're not going to print that old one again. It's the classic ninja mask, though. And it's Pink Zane. Oh, man. I just remember the hype seeing this minifig in the leaks. We got, excuse me for the camera, just bumped it there. We got Avatar Cole and Avatar Nia. These are terrible. They just, man, LEGO did not give them new prints like they gave the others, but they're Avatar minifigs, and they might be the worst minifigs in this video because these are very cheap and generic city parts, not even Ninjago parts. Sorry. Here's the new Lloyd we got. This one I really like. I think seeing a mohawk on Lloyd is something new, something different, which I really liked. And again, it's fitting with that Avatar aesthetic of choose your character and your appearance, man. The printing on the torso is kind of bad. You know, that yellow is pretty faded compared to the bright yellow on his head. But yeah, not a bad minifig overall. We got Scott here. Everyone thought this was Jay for the longest time until the set images got released and it said Scott. But come on. You look at that face and you think Jay, man. We all do. But yeah, love this new hat hood combo being brought in from Hidden Side and used in Ninjago. Scott's such a cool minifig. Again, just all the Prime Empire guys are great. We got Okino. I am Okino. It's pretty much the same face used for Karloff, except he has an alternate very angry face, which is nothing like Okino. But you know what? This first one is. I don't mind. New hairpiece as well, which was also used on my boy Unagami. One of the best looking Ninjago villains to date. I love that the beard is just a perfect V. And all the technology, you know, this teal color, the red, the black, this new skirt piece, just looks phenomenal. I love Unagami. And then on the back, you got that face, which looks a lot like Zane. A lot of us thought this was Zane back during the leak days. But of course it wasn't. It was just Untitled Adventure Game 1. Unagami. Yeah, your eyes don't deceive you. This is Harumi. She's back. And you know what? She has that same rubbery hairpiece. But why is Harumi here, you ask? Well, this is Prime Empire, where anything can happen. And even though she's dead, yes, she's dead. Crystallized is not canon. Harumi did not come back from the dead. She was just, you know, a character in the game to mess with Lloyd. So I love that. Seeing her back in this form was interesting, and it kind of gave some good development to Lloyd as to how he still hadn't healed from her manipulation and destruction. We've got some random villains here. This guy is pretty cool. We got some of the rats. And then we just got this video game sushi chef, because why the heck not? It's LEGO. What even is this guy? He's a sushi chef, but he's some kind of monster? I don't know. I love LEGO, dude. It's so cool. And then the last minifig on the space plate. God bless, we are getting so close to the end of this video. Rebooted Zane, but golden form, just like that Kai one. And a lot of us thought, oh wow, they're going to release Cole and J too, and they never did. Yeah, pretty sad about that. But yeah, this pile is growing. My goodness. And we still have one more base plate to get through. So here we go. We are almost there, ladies and gents. Next season is season 13, Master of the Mountain, and one of my personal favorites. What these did with the ninja suits is they just modified them, much like the hunted suits. So it's the secrets of the Spinjitzu suits, but you know, with some armor. I think that's a really cool concept, and I wish it's something LEGO did more. We got new armor and mask pieces, which these are just phenomenal. Going for more of a medieval look, like a knight. Thought that was very cool, and again, you have that thing where 3 of them have the gold color, 3 of them have the silver, almost grayish color. Wu, we get a new Wu here. This is Battle Ready Wu. You know, the title speaks for himself. He's got armor. He's ready to fight. Love this Wu. We got some burst minifigs here. These are the Spinjitzu burst minifigs. And again, I am so thankful and happy to get powered up elemental Ninjago minifigs. But the problem LEGO has had of late is not completing the collection. So we never got a Nia, Zane, or Jay version for these minifigs. So again, it just looks very weird and incomplete. Over here we got Vanya. She was a new character. I really liked Vanya. Wish we had seen more of her later on in the show. This is a new hairpiece, I believe. I mean, it looks similar to a friend's, but I thought I heard it was new. I like it in this gold color. Again, Vanya looks very nice. She looks like a princess. Very elegant, which she is in the show. You know, you got that little splash of gold, you know, the white and the blue. And she's not human, which I thought was cool. Ninjago, they're all LEGO, has always been known for kind of just bringing in non-human characters into this world, which I just really enjoy, seeing these newly designed minifigs. And then we got the Skull Sorcerer himself, another favorite Ninjago villain of mine, even though he's very cliche and beat the good guys and be greedy, and it's like, you know, it's very cliche. But you know what? He's so cool. He is so freaking cool. Look at this guy. He's got the skull of Hazadur in his hands. This thing freaking talks in the show. Come on, man. The skull talks to him and corrupts him and gives him all these magical powers, and it's like, I just love the Skull Sorcerer. I'm kind of just gushing about him. I'm gonna chill. This piece here was very inaccurate, and Lego didn't fix it with his return in Crystallized, which is very sad because we'll never see it fixed. But there's supposed to be a mouth printed on there, and the eyes should have pupils. But you know, he still looks pretty good nonetheless. Moving on with the Master of Mountain minifigs. We got these guys. The skeletons, again, that serve the Skull Sorcerer. They're cool. They're using that new Legacy skeleton face print, that Garmadon helmet, and they're cool. I wish they had boots. I think that would make them look a lot more complete. And then these guys were portrayed as villains in the sets, but obviously if you've seen the season, they're not. We got the Months and we got the Geckles. You only got one Months variant, which is very unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen the Queen of the Months. But you got this guy. What's his name? I don't know. But he was a big part of the season. And then you get these two Geckles here, which is great because they were both important in the season. But again, it's just would have been nice to see more variants of these guys because they were very important to the plot of the season. So moving on from Master of the Mountain, which didn't really have much of a diverse minifig selection, but I still love them nonetheless. We got Legacy Wave 2. So we got these Tournament of Elements Ninja here. And if you hear a squeaking every once in a while in the background, that is my chair. I have a very old office chair that just squeaks. Anyways, this is Wave 2 of the Legacy Ninja. And we didn't get a Zane, which just hurts my soul to this day because this collection looks so odd without him. But obviously these are a mix of the Tournament of Elements and rebooted suits. They look very nice. Again, not my favorites. I was never a fan of either of those suits, honestly. But you know what? It's a part of the system of these remakes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind them. It was nice seeing these suits again, just because they look so similar. We got Young Lloyd. Love seeing Young Lloyd back with those new green eyes. Great minifig overall. Something different about him is he does have these hands here, which are wearing gloves. The original Lloyd minifig did not have gloves. And he also did not have this flexible fabric cape. His cape was a very thick and sturdy material, almost like cardboard paper. If you get my vibe. Izor comes back. He looks okay. We got some more Nindroids again with that, with the Legacy stuff. You know, we already saw them, but I threw this one in because it's like, you know, we got more of them in this wave. And then Lego did us a solid and gave us more Elemental Masters. Lego, thank you for this. Do more of this. Give us the last Elemental Master, please. We got Bolobo. Perfect minifig besides the face. I despise this face. This is a Jack David's face from Hidden Side. It looks nothing like Bolobo. But again, it's a pretty easy switch out if you have another face that works better. Jacob, the Master of Sound, got his iconic guitar and afro hairdo. Man, these Elemental Masters are just perfect. And then we got Gravis. Look at that face when he's levitating. Beautiful, beautiful minifigs there. Moving on, a lot of minifigs here are from the Ninjago City Gardens. Just citizens, but I included them because they're listed as Ninjago. We've got a new Overlord who's missing his helmet for some reason. I'm not really sure where it went. My apologies. Like I said, there would be mistakes in this video. I am dealing with over 500 minifigures, so of course there are going to be mistakes. But this Overlord is pretty cool. You know, he's a little different from the other Legacy one with that face, which is a lot more creepy and evil looking, but I like it. The torso's pretty similar though, and he traded out the legs for this ghost tail, and he doesn't have forearms. More Legacy stuff. We got this Jay. You know, he's cool. Exclusive to the Ninjago City Gardens, so I like that. We got a new Misako. That's great to see. Love that. Looks like she belongs in a museum. Oh, wait. She does. This Nia's not new. It's just a generic torso print from City, but again, it's casual Nia. Another City minifig. This here, something I was talking about earlier, it's future Nia, but she's got the wrong face and hair. Are you kidding me, Lego? Really? Laziness right there. Very disappointing because she does not fit in with Future J at all. It is what it is. At least we got the torso and legs. The mechanic. We finally got him, ladies and gents. We got him in minifig form. So nice to have this iconic Ninjago villain in minifig form. He came in the Ninjago City Gardens. Love the dual molded legs too. We got a new Ronin. Remember how I told you the last time we saw him was in 2016? Well, it's 2021 now, and here's Ronin back in the flesh. And this is the only Ronin minifig we've had in the past couple years. I like everything about this minifig except the face. I don't think it looks like Ronin to me. I know they changed this design in the show, which again they did with Dareth, and I hated both of those design changes just because, I don't know, man, they don't match. This doesn't match the personality of Ronin. Ronin's always been more of like a, I don't know, just more of a, I don't know, man, just more of like a mercenary, just someone that doesn't have weird grins. I don't know, man, that's just me. We got Lloyd as the small green ninja, just, you know, a lot of reused pieces, but we finally got his hair, which we've never had for 10 years at this point, so I thought he would be important to include here. Now we get into the amazing 10th anniversary Golden Ninja. Look at these beauts. These are recreations of their suits in gold from different seasons. Lloyd here is from, I want to say it's from the island. I'm probably wrong on that. I'm already messing this up. I'm going to go Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, Prime Empire, Forbidden Spinjitzu, Master of the Mountain. Is this Nia from Seabound? I don't know, man. I've made so many mistakes in this video. Why not keep the trend going? And then this Wu, I don't really know what he's from, but he looks great because he's gold. They're all gold and they're beautiful. I wish their faces were gold, like Wu. But you know what? It's not a big deal. I'm blinded by my love for them. Then we got these really wacky legacy suits. For these four ninja, we didn't get them for Lloyd or Nia, which, I don't know. I really wish we had gotten them. Again, it's LEGO not completing collections of suits. But these are great. This gave us an early look at the island hairpiece that would be coming in the island sets for Kai. New mask colors for Cole and Zane, the half masks. And then we finally got Zane's newer, shorter titanium hair. Finally, after waiting for a while. But these are just really weird. Jay's looks like he's a blue zebra. Cole looks like he's a mummy underneath there. Zane just looks like he's gone full Nexo Knights. And I don't know, Kai's just looks like a t-shirt. Like, these are really weird. And I kind of love them for that. And I want to see more of Ninjago just doing random crap like this. Because it's freaking awesome, man. Alright, more Legacy stuff. We're almost done with Legacy for good. At least for now. Maybe we'll get more Legacy in the future. But we got some ghosts here. Love seeing that new Ninja Mask piece used for these. This is Gultar. I don't like the face. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. He doesn't have his armor piece that he had, which is disappointing, or his wrap, or whatever you want to call it. But again, we get that new Ninja Mask piece in a very useful color. And then another ghost here. It's just Gultar with a little bit of a different torso, just as you can see. Okay, I'm blind. Those are the same torsos. What is different? The hat. Man, I need to finish up this video before I make more embarrassing mistakes. This is a tragedy that we never got the rest of the updated Legacy Possession suits, because look how beautiful this Zane Legacy Possession suit is, and we probably never will, because the Legacy sets were canceled. So very sad about that. Last two Legacy minifigs, I lied. Mesmo's coming back. He only came in the new Ultrasonic Raider, and then a random Hypnobrai. These guys are cool. I like them better than the updated Venomari minifigs. I think these guys just look a lot less cartoonish and less like Ninja Turtles, although this guy still has that turtle shell on his front. But good minifigs nonetheless. Now we're moving into something very controversial. A lot of fans do not enjoy the island. I myself am a little more neutral on it. But we did get these phenomenal new hair pieces for all of the ninja except Zane and Nia here. but these have ninja head wraps on them, and I love that. They're going back to these great armor pieces from Forbidden Spinjitzu, Season 11. Lloyd got a new face. Love that. Just got those island markings of him trying to blend in with the island's habitat. I think these suits are great. I really like them. I think they're some of the better Ninjago suits. And again, there's only so much I can say about these Ninjago suits after doing a video ranking them. So if you want me to go in depth on the suits, go ahead and watch that video on my channel. For the villains of this wave, again, this falls into the same trap as Master of the Mountain did. The guys who are portrayed as villains are actually just neutral characters. These are the Islanders. They are very, very cool. I love this light purple. Almost looks like a baby purple, similar to baby blue. Just a very, very nice color. And I love that it's just their predominant color because it's something that makes them stand out, something that makes them look very different. Great kind of dark orange cape. And look at that new headpiece. Just all one dual mold. That is beautiful. Just a generic Islander here, pretty great. And then look at that classic Lego mask piece. These were from the 90s, I believe, and were used with some of the Islander sets. So to see these back for Islander Ninjago stuff, just with a phenomenal print on the front, makes me really happy, man. And then we got this guy here. I forget his name, but he's a goofy character because he has two heads and he makes funny jokes. Haha. All right, moving on. I am going crazy. These are the Seabound suits. I don't like these. I've made that apparent. I don't like that they're scuba ninja. I don't know, man. I wish these had regular mask pieces, and I think they would have looked a lot better. But, you know, it's something new. I don't know. They're trying. You know, I can't fault them for trying new stuff instead of doing the same thing over and over. This is just a new mask piece here. And something weird about these is that the scuba piece and the mouth connect to the legs, which I found very odd. And then the mouth there is just not even covered by this breather here, which I think is terrible. I think it's a big flaw with these minifigs. But again, I at least like Nia's. You know, they're still figuring out her colors. Going back to this blue, which they used earlier, which I think looks good on her. You know, looks a lot more like water than that early maroon colors. And then we got the villains over here. We got Kalmar. Love this guy. So yeah, like I was saying, this is Kalmar, Prince Kalmar, who becomes King Kalmar after he kills his own father, which was so incredibly dark for this kid's show. Really surprised Lego had the guts to do that, but it did make you hate him a lot as a villain, so props to them for that. Completely new headpiece, dual molded. Completely new tail. Or tentacles? I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Reminds me of the new snake tail pieces they introduced back in the day. I love this. It just kind of comes off like that. I put that out of frame, my bad. But yeah, I like this guy. He's an okay villain in the show. I think he's a little too hyped up. But yeah, this guy's not a villain. This is his brother, Benthamar. He is the rightful ruler of Merlopia, and he fights for what's right, what's good, what's moral, unlike Kalmar. So yeah, great minifig here. Snakes! They're back, and they will be back again soon. These are just water snakes, because why not? We got this guy. This is glutinous. He kind of just rolls around like a spider, which I find very funny. He came in the temple, the underwater temple, and I kind of just shoved him in here because he does not fit very well with all these spidery legs, just like Daddy No Legs from earlier from the Hunters. But again, this guy uses the same concept. He's missing his legs, so he's got some little mechanical ones to crawl around on. And he did have a monocle in the show, but because Lego didn't want to print a monocle, or maybe, I don't know, it wouldn't really work on this for how small the headpiece is. They just gave him a magnifying glass, which, you know what? Cool, man. I appreciate the effort. All right, and the last Seabound minifig we have is powered up Nia, and this is when Nia finally gets her energy form when she sacrifices herself to become one with the sea and save the ninja, and then Crystallized had to go and undo that beautiful, beautiful sacrifice. Sorry, I should make a video ranting about Crystallized. Anyways, look at this hairpiece. Just beautiful glitter-infused, transparent, dual-molded hairpiece. Lego went all out. They really did for this minifig. One of the better Ninjago figs, and one I can definitely see going up in value over the next couple years. Now, Ninjago did something interesting before their final season 15. We are getting Ninjago United, which is another reboot, much like Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, but Lego took they took a year off, so they didn't have sets based off the show, so they gave us these, the core suits. This right here is just a little Woobot. He serves Woo. Very obvious there. I like it. It's funny. The core suits, however, I do not like, because if you look at them from the back, those legs do not match up. Why are these not dual molded, man? There's printing on them. It just looks so ugly to me. I like that Jay brought in a new yellow color. I think that's actually really interesting, and it's something he wouldn't go back to in the show, at least not yet. I think that was a really cool inclusion, though. These core suits aren't the worst. Zane looks great because he's all white. But again, we still have that terribly awful Zane face, and these were non-canon to the show, although they have been revealed to be a part of the brand new Ninjago United season. So what we thought were non-canon are now canon. So maybe you should go out and get the core suits, man, because they're going to be in the show, even though they're not great. Moving on. We're not going to look at that Lloyd yet. That is Crystallized. We got a new Woo. This is cool. He goes back to that more lighter tan color, mixed with a lot of shiny gold, which I like. Good to see that back on Woo. He's got the same face we've always seen from Legacy without the braid, which is interesting. Again, Lego. These are powered up elemental suits. Do you notice what's missing? Yeah, the other three Ninja. Lego went and made a really cool suit collection and did not finish them. I love this Keat orange color on Kai. This is Skylar's colors. So it's interesting to see it on him because she's not really a thing in this whole core thing. Moving them off to the side. More snakes. More snakes indeed, man. How many times has Ninjago done snakes? More times than I can count. So funny to see that these guys back. These are the Geo Whippers is what I've heard people refer to them as. Maybe I'm just making that up. But yeah, these are the same head molds used for the Seabound snakes and the Secrets of the Forbidden Jitsu snakes as well. Bye, snakes. You will not be missed. I don't like these. They just... No more snakes. We got a Woobot with some stud shooters. You know how stud shooters work. If not, little Nelson was not spared. Moving on, we got Crystallized, Ninjago's final season. That is non-canon, at least to me. I think Crystallized is pretty bad. I think it wrapped up the show in one of the worst ways it could have done. No hate against the writers. I completely respect what Braggy and Tommy have been doing for a long time, and this conclusion just didn't stick it for me. But again, no hate. I'm not angry at them or anything. I just really think it could have been written better. But again, that's just what constructive criticism is for. And maybe I'll make a video kind of explaining why I didn't like it one day. But again, these are the Crystallized suits without armor because they get some golden armor over here. Because Ninjago likes gold ninja. So yeah, these are okay. You know, it's that kind of idea of putting something on, some kind of armor on to these suits that are already established. So something I like. I just don't like the design of these very much. But, you know, they got the concept down, which I really appreciate. And yes, Nia's back. But she's not a ninja anymore. She's a samurai, once again, with that blue watercolor. I like this new piece here that you can put onto the helmet. I think that looks really, really nice. It's nice to get an update for the helmet like that. It's interesting seeing Nia back as a samurai. I wish it would have stayed that way. Just makes her more unique after she lost her powers and then got them back in 2 seconds without even trying. Again, that's a problem with the show, not with the minifig. Cool minifig. This of cool minifigs, you know, speaking of cool minifigs, Oni Lloyd. Technically, this is inaccurate to the show because he had 4 arms. I'm not complaining, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful minifig that's already worth almost $50, even though the set he comes in is still on shelves. Just the amount of gold on this minifig is insane. I love how I don't know, that armor is menacing, man. I mean, the face enough, but look at that armor. It's like, you are not going to break through that. Love that. Oni Garmadon is inaccurate, and this is one I will complain about because he was featured very heavily in the season, and he had 4 arms. Not going to complain, though, because you can... This is what casual Garmadon looks like anyway. Just need a helmet for him. But again, cool to get him with the Oni mask, I guess. Moving on. There are just so many minifigs in this Crystallized wave. Nelson's back. Really cool. Wish we got Antonia, because she's a big part of this too. He's got a mask, and he switched up his colors. He's no longer just purple. He is light blue. Like Nia, but you know, it's a little bit of a different shade of blue, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I like this guy. I like Nelson, so seeing him back is nice, especially with the new face print. Skylar's back. They trashed the minifig again. No mask, no leg printing, and it looks awkward and ugly with that armor because it doesn't match with the other characters. But we got Skylar back with a new face print. That's cool. We're not going to get onto the Vengestone Warriors yet. We're just going to look at these Dragon Ninja. These guys are really cool. They have these giant wings, which were introduced in the core dragons. And then they just said, what if the ninja had dragon wings? I'm not complaining. I mean, everything about them is transparent, except for the torso, which I wish they would have gone all out. But again, transparent legs is something you very rarely see. Transparent head, transparent arms. And this new ninja mask headpiece that looks like a dragon. They went all out on these guys. Thank you, LEGO, for that. I really appreciate that. I love that they're bringing back this yellow for Jay. Really, really nice, even though it's not that other yellow we were talking about earlier. Zane looks great. More translucent. And then Cole. Great, great minifigs. I wish they actually mattered in the show and didn't have 5 seconds of screen time. All right, we're almost done. We got some Vengestone Brutes here. These guys are pretty cool. I love, love, love that they gave them these new headpieces here. I really thought they were going to be like Vengestone Samurai and make it that old samurai helmet again. But no, LEGO said, let's make a new head mold. Let's make a new creature. And let's just go all out on the minifigs in this Crystallized wave. And they really, really did. Love these guys here. And then, yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. We got a bunch of old Ninjago villains back, including the big baddie himself, the Overlord, for his 3rd return. That's right, you just can't kill this man. He's like the Palpatine of the Ninjago universe. Except he was executed worse in this season than in The Rise of Skywalker, which... I should not have said that. I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments. New helmet. That's cool. He's an Oni. He's not an Oni. He looks like an Oni with that mask. 4 arms are back because it's Ninjago. Cool minifig. I love the design. I just wish his teeth there were painted white like they were in the show. But overall, love this guy. Love seeing the Overlord back as a minifig. Maybe not back as a villain in the show, but as a minifig, I'll always take new Overlord. Mr. E. I mean Mr. F. Why is he called Mr. F now? I got no frickin' idea. Someone, please, if you know, explain it in the comments. We've got all these old villains back. Mechanic looks great. Skull Sorcerer, they should have fixed the helmet. He's got a nice print under there. For his face, something you will notice is that all of these villains in the Crystal Council have purple eyes to match the whole crystals taking over their minds, I guess. Esphira, they didn't fix. They didn't give her the snake tail, and they didn't give her pupils. Harumi here finally has that updated hairpiece where it just slides right off, and it's not I don't know, what do you want to say? I almost said moldable, I guess. It doesn't, break when you press on it. It doesn't move around. I'm getting tired and losing all form of verbiage here. And then Pythor. Love seeing Pythor back. And he's white still. Good stuff. The last Crystallized minifig I have for you here is Wu. And this is one of the better Wus. He brings back that dragon armor mold, and he's got a flag on the back. I think that's really cool. Just love how much gold is on this. The golden gloves just really kind of complete this suit for me. As well as the flag. I think that's a very cool inclusion. That's it for Crystallized. And here's all we have for 2023 Ninjago. No new suits. LEGO released another wave of core and decided to not give us new suits, which is sad. But we did get new villains. We got these Bone Warriors here. Not a big fan of these. Just, I don't know, I don't think the colors meld well. The spring green with the more darker tones of black, red, and silver just looks so weird. I like this new mouthpiece here that, kind of gives him these teeth that are jutting out like that. Again, these guys just remind me of Skeleton Warriors and Samurai, just mixed. Nothing too original. Getting on to Heroes, we finally got a new Pixel hairpiece. And a Pixel minifig in general. We haven't gotten one in a while. She's been pretty prominent in the show, as has this hair, which we finally get. It is a different tone of silver than Zane's updated titanium hair, which kind of irks me when they're next to each other, but when they're separate, you know, they look good. Pixel's got this this moody face on the back here, which I really like. The only new ninja suit we got is Lloyd. Another golden Lloyd, because you can't have enough golden Lloyds. It's a nice figure. I don't know why Lloyd's golden again. I don't know. Because kids like golden ninjas, I guess, and it's, you know, it's non-canon, so they can do what they want. But I like that we're getting a green and gold face mask. At least the lighter green without any print on it. That's something new as well that could be used for customs, so I like that. We got a mini Pix here, or a Pixel Bot, or whatever you want to call her, but she was in Crystallized, and they just threw her in with the core stuff because she wasn't in the Crystallized wave. So nice to get mini Pix. Really appreciate having her in my collection. And then the last two Ninjago minifigs on this list are these students here, who I'm wondering if they'll tie into United. But again, a lot of stuff in this new core wave, or both of the past core waves, are non-canon, so I don't really expect these guys to be featured in anything. They do have alternate face prints, by the way. I'm not a big fan of their design. I mean, look, the suits are cool, but again, the faces and hair just aren't new, and Ninjago likes to bring in new faces and hair for their characters, so I don't know. That's just why I don't think they'll be in the show. Either way, that's really gonna do it for this video. I think we're at over an hour now of recording. My voice is going a little sore. But I just wanted to give you kind of one last look at this massive, massive pile of minifigs. And also just the massive amount of money this is here. Easily over $1,000, perhaps a couple $1,000 of Ninjago minifigs. I did buy a decent amount of them this year to kind of round out my collection for this video. But I did have a lot of them because I have a lot of Ninjago sets. Love that the background is falling down yet again. That means it's time to wrap up this video. I'm just going to remove the background because I don't want them lying on the figures here, ruining this ending for you all. I just want you to see how many there are. Just absolutely wild to me. This is a video I'd like to come back and update in the future when we get more Ninjago minifigures, and I think it is something I will come back and do again. If you did like this video, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know by just liking it, hitting the thumbs up button. That really helps this video do well, really helps this get out to more people, because this isn't something I really seen much of on YouTube, where we've seen a lot of the ninja ranking, or, you know, something like I did, the ninja rankings, and we've also seen a lot of just ninja suit collections. But I have not seen very many full Ninjago minifig collections of every Ninjago minifig ever. So go ahead and spread this around for me. Show the community, you know? Let's see what people think of all these minifigs together. But either way, I'm kind of just rambling now. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. And yeah, I'm going to end it here. It's 6 a.m. I have work in a few hours. But you know what? This was so worth it. I'm so glad to have this video done. And I can't wait for y'all to see it. Now, I have to go back and organize these all by season, because that's how I do it with my collection. But yeah, wish me luck with that. Thanks again for watching. Have a good morning, y'all.